Shalom, shalom, Israel. It's your brother Ra'awabon coming back at you with another cold cut. First and foremost, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Mamalak Yahweh Shai. And the topic of this cold cut is who are the Gentiles? So through the Spirit, I'm going to do my best to break down who these Gentiles are and these heathens, that are Israelites in the scriptures, but it seems to be a little confusing to some people. I know it was very confusing to me for a while, but, all praises to the Most High, finally gave me the understanding, and now I see. But now I'm going to share it with brothers. Bear with me. I'm going to start off in First Maccabees, the first chapter. All right. So this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11, right? In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. So there was Israelites back during the time of the Maccabees, who literally went and made a covenant with the heathen. They felt too troubled being without them. They didn't like being persecuted. They didn't like being killed. They didn't like all the things that was going on at that time to the people that were trying to keep the commandments. They didn't want to have to go through all that hardship. So they came up, with the idea themselves, let's go make a covenant with the heathen. Let's go follow their laws. Let's go do their thing. Let's go be like them, basically. Another precept, verse 41, right? Saying, First Maccabees 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone shall leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto his idols and profaned the Sabbath. So what does that mean when you leave your laws? Let's find out. So we're going to go to Sirach, chapter 17, and we're going to start at I'm going to start at 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. So if you leave your laws and commandments, right, and you go to follow another man's laws, that means you done left your whole heritage. You got Israelites leaving their laws, leaving their whole heritage, and going to sign a covenant with the heathen. You see what I'm saying? You got Israelites literally denying their whole identity. They just deny the Lord, their identity. They don't even, I'm sure just like now, they ain't nothing new under the sun. They wasn't even claiming themselves or calling themselves Israelites, the Hebrews, So you had that going on back in the day with a lot of those, what they would call Hellenized Jews, right? So if you left your law and you left your heritage and you signed a covenant with the heathen, now what are you? You see what I mean? You basically them, mentally. So, all right. So now I'm going to jump to Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 11, right? And it reads, wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, right? Slakia, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called circumcision in the flesh made by hands. So Paul is writing, is talking to these Israelites in Ephesus, and he's telling them, remember you was a Gentile in time past. He's calling them Gentiles in Ephesians 2 and 11, Israelites. He said, remember ye being Gentiles in the flesh in time past, right? Verse 12, that at that time ye were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope and without God in the world, right? And who are the only people that even have the service of the Lord, right? Let's go to it. Bring out the classic. Romans 9 and 3, right? For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and promises. So those people in Ephesus, those Israelites that Paul said were Gentiles in time past, were Israelites. Paul said that they were, in that time without Christ, without the promises, without, the services of God. And the only people that have the services of God, according to the Bible, are the Israelites. So these are Israelites, right? In Ephesus, right? Let me get another precept. You got the book of Romans, Salakia. I was right there. Romans chapter 9 and verse 25, right? As he said also in Hosea, right? So this is written in the past, right? I will call them my people. Well, in Hosea, Salakia, let me clarify that. In Hosea, that's the book written in the Old Testament, right? So yeah, it was written in the past, but all right, so Romans 9 and 25, and he said also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which are not my people, and her beloved, which was not my beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God, right? And we know that was written in Hosea because it's a precept on it. Hosea 1 and 10, and we're going to go into that. But if you read through the scriptures, you can see how, the Old Testament and the New Testament, they just line up with each other, So it's talking about those people, right, who were that they called Gentiles, right, in Hosea, that are going to be called not the Lord's people, but they are the Lord's people. And we're going to see who those people are in Hosea, because it says, as it is written in Hosea, right? So it's the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, as it says in Romans 9 and 25, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Israel. So, it's a quick cold cut with a few precepts. Lord willing, I hope that was able to clear some things up for people about who the Gentiles are. Of course, there's more precepts on it, brothers and sisters, just get in there and study and read and definitely get into that Apocrypha, because, a lot of that goes in, it goes into the Hellenization, of our people, going into all the idolatry and leaving the laws and commandments and, going into all the other nations' laws and making covenants with them, So with that, I want to give a Call Halal Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Momalak Yahweh Shai, and Shalom Israel.